So this is a great property here on Haight Street. Used to be a bar. It was really nice about 30 years ago. It was a pretty nice bar. Not anymore. So, you know what the city did?
Hey, what's up?
You know, if you get this place, you'll need to know that you have, you know, if you don't rent this out, you'll have a fine of about $10,000 a month to the city per month, and then it goes up from there. And of course, it hasn't been seismically retrofitted. This hasn't been seismically retrofitted, has it? No, they'll have to seismically retrofit this whole place. Soft story. The whole thing's going to collapse in an earthquake. That's why it's for sale. I mean, I wouldn't own this place, because in an earthquake, this whole thing is just going to collapse down on itself. That's why there's all these windows here. Do you know about that?
Well, the problem is we're gonna all fucking swim together
Eventually.
to the sea. We're gonna swim out to the sea.
You're gonna swim? Okay.
No.
All right. Well, still, the earthquakes. We don't know whether we're going to drown or have an earthquake first, or a fire, all right, or nuclear weapons. Who knows? But for certain, this is going to collapse in an earthquake, for sure.
Well,
For sure.
but then again, we survived it a couple of times. So
This is after 1906. There hasn't been a large earthquake since
are you
1906.
worried about the thing? What do you think is gonna happen?
Well, right now I'm just documenting the failure of the San Francisco government. First, they allowed this thing to be built in the first place. You should have heard all the corruption when all this was built. This is just a mess in there. That's why it's for sale. Nobody wants to own any of this shit.
It's gonna be a fucking mess.
I know it is.
No doubt.
No doubt.
We have an earthquake. It's gonna be a fucking mess.
It's a mess every day.
But how many of us are gonna live?
Well, we all die.
How many of
But-
us? But I don't think so.
Hey, Niana. Hey, I'm documenting Hobson's choice. You know, this hasn't been seismically retrofitted because the city. Go ahead. No, the city implemented a fine. So every month, this now has to pay $10,000 a month to the city. Yeah, because it's not rented out. Yeah, so that's the new fine implemented this year. So I wouldn't own this place. Would you? 10,000, and it's going up after that. It goes up next year to double. So it'll be $20,000 a month fine to the city for not renting it. And
Why
so
would they fix the place?
I don't know. Can you imagine why? I can't imagine why. Can you? So
They're trying to write off the taxes or what?
stuff.
But you're so hyperactive. I'm like, I'm not sure I can understand what the fuck you're talking about.
Well, you may have a little trouble. That's okay. That's all right. Not everybody